Yo, what's good with y'all? Y'all know I got you. 10 fighters that you need to be looking forward to in 2026. You know I'm going to let you know who the truth is, and you know I'm going to get you with all the best breakdowns. So let's jump straight into it. Coming in at number 10, I got Virgil Ortiz. Tough, strong Mexican 154-pound fighter. In 2026, it looks like him and Boots Ennis got a fight lined up. And not only that, I think Virgil Ortiz is going to lose this fight. That's why I have him at number 10. But even after his Boots loss that I think is to come, you know, he can win. That's why I have him still at 10. I think there's a high chance he can win. But I think Boots Ennis is going to be too much. And yeah, I think he's going to lose. But he's a young fighter. He's still a developing fighter. He's nowhere near his prime yet. I think there's still great to come from Virgil Ortiz in 2026. Win, lose, or draw with Boots Ennis. At number 9, I got Canelo Alvarez. We all saw what happened with Bud Crawford in 2025 in September when he took the loss, took the beat down to Terrence Bud Crawford, who later on went to retire. And we all thought, is Canelo also going to retire? But no, Saul Canelo Alvarez is told that he's back in 2026 with a big fight, with a lot of championship fights on the card, and I believe he is headlining. So I'm looking forward to what Canelo Alvarez has to offer in 2026. Has Father Time finally caught up to him, or is he going to bounce right back to where he left off? At number 8, Jerron Boots Ennis. Like I said, I think his 2026 is going to be massive. I think he beats Virgil Ortiz. And then I think after that, he goes on to fight a Jermell Charlo. Someone like that who has been calling him out while Virgil Ortiz has been calling out Boots. I think him and Jermell Charlo get to mixing it up late 2026. I think he beats Virgil Ortiz this year, and I think he beats Jermell Charlo this year. And I think that wraps up his great 2026 for Boots Ennis. Number 7, Teofimo Lopez. I have him at number 7 because I think he loses to Shakur Stevenson, but I think we watch fight of the year nonetheless with Teofimo losing. I think this is going to be a great fight, but I think Shakur Stevenson does come out victorious. But after the Shakur fight, we could see fights like Teofimo Lopez versus Keyshawn Davis, Teofimo Lopez versus Richardson Hitchens, Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney. All these fights that we could see that I'm excited to watching, and I think you guys should be looking forward to 2026 as much as I'm looking forward to 2026 for Teofimo Lopez. At number 6, David Benavidez. We all know what happens when you hear David Benavidez' name. We know what comes when David Benavidez gets in the ring. No matter who he fights, it's going to be a good performance. It's going to be a good year for David Benavidez. I think this year he goes up a weight class. I think he gets another title, and I think he gets to fight Jai Alpataya, and I think he beats Jai Alpataya in 2026, and that wraps up the year for Benavidez. At number 5, I have Abdullah Mason, and I have him there because in 2025 we saw him break through over and win his first championship title at 135 pounds, becoming the youngest champion in boxing at only 21 years old. And I think he's going to headline a card in his hometown, Cleveland, Ohio, this year. I think he's going to have his brothers on the card. I think, and word is that him and Edwin De Los Santos is talking for a fight. That's not a bad scrap at all. I'm looking forward to that fight. That's a great matchup. That's a great style matchup. Both come with the power. I'm excited for that matchup. And not only that, we could see him and Muratalla mix it up after he just beat Andy Cruz this weekend. We could see them two mix it up for maybe a unified matchup late in 2026. I'm excited for Abdullah Mason in 2026, and the future's looking bright, and this is only the start. Number 4, Devin Haney. Like I said, with Shakur and Teo possibly being able to fight Devin Haney in 2026, Devin Haney is now at the top, one of the faces of boxing, whether we like it or we don't. People tune in to see Devin Haney lose or win. People want to fight Devin Haney because they know the money and the views come behind it. The star status comes behind it. So I think Devin Haney is going to be waiting for his opportunity this year, and I think he's going to land himself 2 or 3 big fights this year. I think we could see him against a guy like Manny Pacquiao. We could see him against a guy like Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Richardson Hitchens, Keyshawn Davis. Who else we got? Mario Barrios, Ryan Garcia. Who else we got? Conor Benn. All these names. But in 2026, I think he gets his hands on Ryan Garcia. I think he gets his hands on Teofimo Lopez. I think he gets the job done both times, beating Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez in 2026. At number 3, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. I think he is going to jump up 7 pounds, and I think he's going to give Inoue a hell of a fight late 2026 Whether it's win, lose, or draw, I know he's going to give Inoue a run for his money. I think he beats Inoue by decision, but it's going to be a scrappy match. It's going to be what I predict to be the best match of the 2020s. I think Bam gets the decision. I think he edges it over Inoue. And that's why I have him at number 3, jumping up 7 pounds to defeat the monster, Naoya Inoue. And at number 2, Shakur Stevenson. Like I said, 2026, I think he starts it up hot. January 31st, defeating Teofimo Lopez in a fight of the year kind of performance, a performance of the year kind of performance. And in 2026, I think he goes on to fight Conor Benn, and he goes up to 147. So he goes up to 140 at the beginning of 2026 and wins a world title there by beating Teofimo Lopez, and then jumps up to 147 the same year and defeats Conor Benn. That's a great 2026 if you ask me. That's why I have Shakur Stevenson coming in at number 2. The monster, Naoya Inoue, going to be fighting, possibly in my opinion, 2 top 7 pound for pound ranked fighters. Naoya Inoue is going to be matching up against Junto Nakatani early on in this year, and that exciting matchup is going to bring nothing but fireworks. That is going to be an exciting matchup that the whole boxing world is ready for. It decides who is Japan's best boxer of all time, who is the king of the lower weights, Junto Nakatani or Naoya Inoue. And then the winner of that, I think, goes on to face Bam Rodriguez. And I think Naoya Inoue brutally stops Junto Nakatani. I think he makes it look easy as hell. I think he just distinguishes of Junto Nakatani, showing that Naoya Inoue is on a level that not many can reach at all. But I think he goes on to lose a tough fight against Bam Rodriguez late 2026, but nonetheless putting on a tough fight against Bam Rodriguez and then knocking out Junto Nakatani. That's who I think is going to be 2026 king and have the most exciting 2026 for boxing, the monster Naoya Inoue. Yeah, guys, that's what I got for you guys. Those are the 10 fighters I got coming in for 2026 that you need to keep your eyes out for. And you can just mix up all those fighters who you think is going to be at 1, who you think is going to be at 7, who you think is going to be at 10, where all these fighters need to be on that ranking list. You can let me know down in the comments. And if there's any fighters that I missed that you think I should have had on that list that is going to have a big 2026, let me know also in the comments. I'll be excited to hear, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video of 10 more boxers that you need to see 2026 if you guys tell me some exciting names. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Much love. Peace.